Check, 1, 2. What's up with y'all? Y'all already know it's your boy 215 Got Beats, aka Streets, aka you already know this. Producer's new favorite podcast, Let Me Rap With You. Just got done uploading and editing the fan appreciation episode. You know, it took some extra time to get that one in because, you know, it was 2 hours plus, you know, we had to do some extra editing and stuff along with that. So we appreciate everybody that was, you know, patient with us, that still tuned in as soon as we uploaded the audio. We ain't even put the visuals up at the same time, but like as soon as we put the audio in, people was tuning in. So, you know, people still hitting us up on the video now. I ain't even get to send it out to everybody, but some of the people that I had, you know, that I usually send stuff out to, they already hit me up and said they loved the episode. So it's great to see everybody tuning in, you know, everybody subscribing. You know, we appreciate all the fans that be listening, that be hitting my DMs, that be hitting the DMs of everybody that, you know, be on the episode saying they love the podcast. So, you know, we wouldn't be anything without you guys, for sure. But as you know, this podcast is sponsored by Demolier. Think you dripping? You ain't dripping till you come shop with us. You know, make sure you go shop at Demolier Shop. You know, my guy Smash215 on Instagram. Demolier Shop, DEMOLIR Shop, no underscore, no none of that. You know what you mean. You know, this podcast is also sponsored by Major Loops. You know, looking for some placement-worthy samples, loops, 808s, drums, construction kits. You know, my guy Roy Lux and the whole crew, you know, they got all that at majorloops.com. So, you know, make sure you get your pockets right. When you got a good budget on you, make sure you go shop. Great beats, great prices. You feel me? Always. And as I said the last episode, and we'll be saying for every episode, this podcast is also sponsored by No Rivals Shop. You know, shout out my guy mine. You know, make sure you shop at No Rivals. You know, they got some crazy designer drip gear on there. You feel me? You know, mine said, you know, you got the care package coming in for me soon. Definitely going to be rocking at that the week of the episode that I get that care package. Definitely got to get some extra gear from you too. I might have to put some money to the side and get some gear I seen on the website. Seen a couple of Johns sold out that I wanted, but, you know, not surprised, you know. No Rivals, you feel me, you know. Making it do what it do, you know. Also, shout out my guy Cruz. Rocking the Dead Velvet hoodie tonight for tonight's episodes. One of my favorite hoodies I got in my collection of friends that I support. It's definitely one of my favorite hoodies. You know, rocking this one tonight while I'm waiting for the No Rivals care package to come through. But you know, just pray that everybody's having a great week. You know, it's the weekend and Saturday. I pray everybody had a good week. You know, pray some producers got some beats done, some artists got some tracks done, engineers got some mixing done, DJs got some mixing done, you know, whatever, fashion got some clothes done. I pray that everybody had a good progressive weekend, whatever they do. Shout out my guy Poppy. Y'all remember Poppy from episode 1? His birthday had just passed on the 17th on Thursday. You know, definitely shout out to my guy. Happy birthday to you. You know, have many more. You feel me? Definitely want to see my guy living, making it up, you know, out here. You know, making it do what it do. You feel me? And, you know, just been the same old, just grinding, podcasting, you know. Supposed to have a major guest come through earlier this week for a podcast episode, but, you know, they were busy, so we had to reschedule for next week, probably the week after. You know, we set up 2 backup dates just in case. So, you know, but you know, one thing I learned, you know, this week, cause not even just with that, but also with a couple of other things. What I've learned, even through mishaps, like when shit not going the way that you had wanted it to go, or like shit ain't going the way you had it that week or had it set for that day, especially when you're a producer, it's always something to do, even if you don't plan it, even if you didn't plan it, even if you didn't think that that lane was meant for you, even if you didn't think any of that at all. Like, there's opportunities, possibilities, there's placements all over that you think you may not attack, but you attack it, you never know, it might actually get you somewhere. So, you know, I can definitely say, especially with the couple of things that happened this week on my end, I could say like even through mishaps, you could still be making moves. But shit not even going your way, you can still make moves. You just gotta, even when shit not going the way it's going, don't think like, oh shit, like this ain't happened, that ain't happened, da da da. Like don't think like that. You feel me? Cause some other shit might happen, and then you gonna sit there like, damn, I didn't expect that. But you feel me? Tonight's episode is actually going to be interesting because we're not even going to be getting into too many producer politics tonight, because tonight's episode will actually be guest starring a rapper, not even a producer. So, it's definitely going to be a different lane of questions, different lane of, gems that, we going to get from both sides. And, it's definitely great that we switching it up, and, getting gems from another side of music, not just producers, because it's going to be plenty of producers that's going to be featured and guest starring on the podcast, that's for sure. But it's definitely going to be great to get word, perspective, and gems from other creators of other industries, whether it's fashion, whether it's rapping, whether it's engineering. It's a lot of genres and creatives. So it's definitely going to be great for tonight's episode, especially to this being one of my favorite up and coming artists. It's definitely going to be good getting some gems from him. Definitely going to be good like hearing his story, where he came from. Actually, about to get ready to send him the link now for the guest call. So but besides that, like, I just hope that every day that everybody's just making something happen, because especially in this crazy world that's going on, I know it's hard to make shit happen. I know that it's hard to have a very positive mindset, especially with all the circumstances, all the tragedies that's going on, because anything could have happened to anybody. Anything could have happened to any of my fans and any of my regular commenters that tune in. Anything can happen any day to anybody. So I just pray that even through the tragedies, through mishaps, through circumstances and all that, I pray that all producers, all rappers, singers, creatives, fashion designers, I pray that everybody is making way through the pandemic, because especially with a lot of creators, a lot of people, there are resources that they depend on that may have possibly have slowed down because of COVID, because of the pandemic. But there are still people making it happen regardless. People finding other ways to make things happen. So perfect. Just got the message. Get ready to copy the link. Alright. Just emailed the link off. For sure. And it was really supposed to be a guest only episode, but y'all know how I get with the intro segments. Especially, we gotta take the time to, get the links and stuff ready and all that, for the guest call. Sometimes people gotta get themselves situated, but y'all know, you feel me? He's like, but homie just got the link. Definitely. Alright. But it's been a lot of interesting stuff going on recently. Kits dropping, consultations, been seeing new ways for like producers to brand themselves. Especially I've been seeing a lot of producers, and this is actually crazy. Like, this has been happening for the past 2-3 weeks. I've been seeing a lot of producers create commercials for themselves for their branding, and I'm gonna let y'all know it is fucking awesome the way y'all doing this. I seen my god brother do it, my beats. I seen him do it. Longa, just seen him do one. He was in a crazy studio with his. So, just like how we was talking about in the fan appreciation episode, just finding the different ways to brand yourself. I just been seeing so many new ways of like producers just putting themselves out, whether it's like, even if it's a 30-second snippet of them just sitting there being on the boards, this, that, and the third. It's just great seeing y'all come up with new ways to just put yourselves out there. Even through the pandemic, y'all still making way. So, see, my guy just got my message. About to get ready to try to link this John in. So, definitely gonna be discussing that with definitely one of the rappers who I seen do it. We gonna be discussing that in the episode, when we get the chance. But oh snap! All right, looks like we in the guest call. All right, I see it's connecting to the audio. Hello.
What's good, big dog? What's good?
What is good with you, bro? It's great seeing you. All right, Let Me Rap With You podcast. We got special guests and very special guests. Cause I'm sorry, bro. Before I even had to say a name, bro, like it's an honor, even to talk to you, because we got Duval, very own Broadway Louie in the building. What is happening with you, bro?
What's popping, man? Shit is good. Life is beautiful out here. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with the rain and shit, but that don't stop nothing.
Hey, shit don't stop you, bro. I've been seeing you moving, man, but man, like, it's been a minute since I've been looking at the DMs. I ain't talked to you in a few months, but I caught up with you. You had dropped this week. I sat there like, no, I definitely gotta catch up with bro this week, because I talk to Bluff every day. So I'm sitting there like, because he was telling me for months that y'all was working on the project. So
Bluff always opening his big ass mouth, man.
Hey man, that's bro hand, but that's bro hand for you. That's
the guy, bro. That's the fan right there, bro. That's the fan.
That's our guy, brother. Pun intended.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Facts.
Before we even get into that great ass album that I had a chance to hear this week, I actually want to start from the beginning. I want to let the fans know, I want them to know your story, your upbringing, from where you came from first.
Facts. So I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in Paterson, New Jersey. Went to high school in North Carolina. You know what I mean? Did some military time, and that's how I ended up in Duval.
Oh, interesting. And
yeah.
It's crazy. The funny thing is, I was born in Jersey. I was born in I was born in Camden, but I've been living in Philly most of my life, so
Same difference, you know what I'm saying? That's right up the street, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm good. Look, if I was living in Paterson, I'd be trying to get one with Fetty Wap right now. You kidding me?
You know what's crazy? The guy that did my artwork, that's my cousin, and he produced for Fetty Wap.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
It's crazy, a lot of circle work, man.
That's crazy. Shout out to cousin, man. I might have to talk to cousin about getting one.
Yeah, hit him up, man.
Yeah,
His name on Twitter is Eric Opium, AIRIC.
Oh, for sure. We definitely gonna get into that after the episode. But it's crazy. Like, I had a chance to look at a couple of the beginning videos. You rapping in the car. Seeing you get in contests, seeing you do like showcases and stuff, man. Like, what inspired you to even come out and start rapping in the first place?
When I was getting out the military, I ain't really have no direction. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of unexpected. And a lot of people was like, yo, you should do music. Like, you're really talented and shit. Cause I was always freestyling. Like, I never really did music for real, but I was always freestyling. Being from up north, that's like, you know what I'm saying? If you say you can rap, you need to rap on the spot. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I did a lot of freestyling and shit. And I did battle rapping in high school, whatever the case was. So when I got out, I just was like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do music, you know what I mean? And it took a little bit of time for me to figure out my own flow. But once I figured out like what I want to rap about, you know what I'm saying, and what kind of image I want to present, it just became a matter of repetition from there. You know what I mean? And I got so much love from those around me. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of hate, but the way I work, you know what I'm saying, like it wasn't necessarily hate. They never seen me rap before. You know what I mean? So they didn't really know what was to come. So I just kept working on it, kept working on it until it became like consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like my content was consistent and people had to respect it. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect, like, you might not understand what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm in Jacksonville. It's different. It ain't up north music down here. They don't really rock like that to our type of music. So I had to earn my respect here. But, you know what I mean? I just kept working on it. Like you said, the showcases and such, like I got on it. I started reaching out to people down here and trying to get more opportunities. And after a while, people just started to respect it and just, you know what I mean, give me opportunities. It just started working like God's plan.
Shit, man, that's definitely love. Cause like, you know, I hear a lot that, you know, down south and north, you know, like, especially when we try and like get in each other's music. Cause like back in the day, you know, when Outkast was out, you know, I heard like a lot of the East Coast, they didn't really bang with Outkast like that. Cause like you said, it was music that, you know, we ain't really
you know, we was on Biggie like we was on Biggie and, you know, Hove and Fab and like, you know what I'm saying? I really got introduced to the South music when I moved to North Carolina. That's when I got put on to the Hot Boys, you know what I'm saying? True, No Limit, Past Detroit. I got put on to different artists when I moved to the South and such. So it kind of like when I got here to Jacksonville and, you know, they got Boosie, Webby, all these guys, Plies, you know what I'm saying, in Florida, it kind of, it shifted my interest, you know what I mean? I found the art and they music just as well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we listened to Atlanta artists. You had T.I., you had Luda, but they was lyrical ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was lyrical and it was kind of like they was from up north in a sense. They just had dialect, you know what I'm saying, in an accent. But moving here, it just opened my mind to some completely different, you know what I'm saying, vibes and such. And after a while of being here, it doesn't become foreign to you. It becomes something that you also rock with too. So, you know what I mean? I think all the exposure to different sounds and such, and just, I've always loved music. So I always like, you know what I mean? My favorite artists is all over. Nipsey from Cali, you know what I'm saying? Hov from New Jersey, you know what I mean? J. Cole from North Carolina. Like Texas, you know what I mean? Texas got UGK, you know what I'm saying? Slim Thug and all those guys. Like, I was influenced by a lot of different guys.
Funny thing is, like, I was, you know, especially living in Jersey, it's funny, like, my mom used to listen to the Hot Boys. I remember as a kid, my mom playing Bling Bling. I'm sitting here like,
Hot Boys was crazy,
like,
yo.
Yeah, because, like, I was used to, when I was growing up, like, when I was around my mom listened to a lot of R&B. My dad was listening to a lot of rap. So, like, I was used to LL Cool J, Boyz II Men, Jodeci, you know, I was used to, you know, like the classics, but also, you know, I still had my Souls of Mischief, Lords of the Underground, because I was born in the year of the Chief Rockin' 9-3, baby.
Right.
But you know, like once my mom started playing Hot Boys, that's when I really started getting into the South. So I was like what is this? Who is this? Especially it was like Wayne was, you know, out of the Hot Boys. Everybody started.
It was either Wayne or Turk, you know what I'm saying? But like
actually, for me, it wasn't even Turk. It was actually Juvie and BG. If it wasn't Wayne, look, BG. I was more of a BG fan because, like, you know, Turk and BG was booked. I got more BG in my history more than Turk that I got to listen to, so I definitely got to listen to more Turk.
I mean, BG was I mean, niggas might have forgotten because he been locked up for so long, but BG was that nigga, like, you know what I mean? Like, BG was like a big nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like Lil Wayne and Turk was like little boys to BG and Juvie, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Like, I was just doing a podcast the other day, and we was talking about how Juvie is underrated, you know what I'm saying? Juvie got 3 classic albums, like, right off top. You know what I'm saying? And like people don't really realize that, like,
even his new albums is classics.
You know what I mean? Like Juvie, the whole man, Cash Money, I mean, their business practices was kind of fucked up, but like the artists that they brung through that mold between Cash Money and Young Money, it's like crazy. Like the only people that I feel like has done the same is maybe maybe good music, but Rockefeller probably is like the only other record label or you know what I'm saying, big group that I could say really held it down like that. Cause them boys, Cash Money was something different, bro.
I can kind of say good music is catching up because, you know, I'm not gonna lie, Kanye, he has brought out a lot of talent, even if they weren't signed with good music. Cause like even with Hit Boy, cause Hit Boy had, you know, Kanye is talking about recently the his masters and stuff, but Hit Boy was discussing that even though he said him and Kanye haven't been good personally, like they haven't been eye to eye because he said that since Hit Boy had did something for
Beyonce.
He said that Kanye had told him face to face, which I can still kind of respect Kanye because it's better to tell somebody something face to face,
right,
like on the internet or like him. Like if Kanye would have tweeted like, "Yo, I don't bang with Hit Boy no more," this, that, and the third, it probably would have been worse. So it's, you know, it's respectful that he said it to him face to face. But Hit Boy said that he relates to what Kanye said because he's right now, Hit Boy is 33 and he's been registering songs for publishing since he was 19. He says he has over 450 songs registered, but like his publishing deal is like, he said it's probably the worst.
Universal. I mean, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like Bluff will tell you, man, I turned down deals, bro, because they wouldn't give me my rights, or they wanted to have my name. Like I seen deals where they wanted to take my name, take ownership of music that I recorded before I even met them, take money from my film. Like I paid for my film school, bro. You ain't paid for my film school. Why am I going to give you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how that's how the deals work. You know what I mean? And young guys, young black niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us take those deals because we need the money. You know what I mean? Or we think we need the money at that moment, but then it come back later on. You realize that you don't really own nothing. You know what I'm saying? And now you looking crazy. And unfortunately, that's the story of a lot of us. Like they say, they still got these deals in place from the 70s and 80s. You know what I'm saying? But times have changed tremendously. You know what I'm saying? The way people consume music is different. The way people spend money on music is different. Everything is different, but we still signing the same deals from the 80s. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
And it's like, I'm going to say like this. See, I was lucky enough to have an uncle that like he's sort of in the industry. Like I'm not, like I'm going to keep it confidential because like I don't want to put his information out like that. But like, like you talking about 70s and 80s, my uncle has dealt, interviewed, and sat with the greats such as Onyx, such as, you know, Pete Rock. Definitely shout out to Pete Rock.
That's hella dope. Respect to your uncle, dog.
Yeah, because actually Pete Rock, and shout out to Pete Rock too. He showed some love on. I had sampled Chief Rock like back in the day. I had just wanted my uncle to hear it, and I think he was interviewing Pete Rock that day, and like I sent it to him during the interview, and they actually heard it. They
That's
banged
crazy.
with it. Yeah, so like definitely shout out to him. But you know, they were talking about how, you know, how their deals were bad and how they were still in the streets. Actually, 50 Cent, I was just watching an interview today, and it was probably an old interview because like he looked very young. I seen Young Buck in the interview, so I could tell. He said that when he was doing his single, his project, he had gotten a $65,000 advance.
Yeah.
And he said $50,000 he had to pay to Columbia for the, you know, the recordings, the sessions and stuff.
Yeah.
10,000 had to go to the lawyers, had, you know, agreements and stuff like that. So you being left with basically $5,000. Yeah, you in debt. You basically back. And he said he had to go back to the street. He had to go back to the streets, like because like you doing all of that, and you basically getting the same amount of money that you can probably make working at a car dealership.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And that's what they set you up. That's what, you know what I mean? I realized like all that shit is just a loan. You know what I'm saying? It's a loan that you got to pay back. And you know what I mean? If you're not successful, you know, a lot of artists not even successful off their first deals. They don't even make it to their second. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't even make it to the second deal, but a lot of them don't really recoup until that second deal comes around. And the way I was trying to get my contracts, the labels didn't really respect it. And, you know, me being an actual hip hop artist, I'm not a trap artist and nothing like that. You know what I mean? My content is different. Def Jam, Atlantic, all of those labels, you know what I mean? They was like, all right, yeah, you can rap, you dope, but where's your little Uzi music? Where's the T Grizzly music? And I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my independent label like, why y'all even got me here if this is the type of time that they on? Like, y'all know what kind of music I make. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I didn't really understand it, but once I healed from my sister passing, I kind of started to look at everything from a different light. Like, I'm like, okay, I get it now. Like, it ain't about like I love rap, I love making music, but it ain't about the art once you get to a certain position. Like that's cool and everything, but it's about the money. You know what I mean?
More so not even about okay, so I'm going to say it's a 50-50 thing, and this is a gem that I'm going to give the producers and artists on this episode right now, because I was a person that didn't understand it myself neither, but like once you get to a certain span, and once you got like Def Jam and Atlantic seeing you, because these aren't no these aren't no like indie labels that got like
Right.
indie labels like Megan Thee Stallion and all them, and it's not
Right,
like
right.
300.
What's crazy is the
them.
same deal that Megan Thee Stallion signed. That's the same deal I turned down.
For sure.
That's the same. I turned it down and asked for more money. It's crazy because it works as a two-sided spectrum for certain people, because you can take that deal and
if they would have gave you more money, you would have took the deal.
If they would have gave me more money and gave me the rights to my music, I would have took the deal.
Okay, for sure.
The rights to my music was a big part about that, but
the rights is the most important. That's like 70-80% of your.
You know what I mean? And it was like they was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like they was like, if we release you from the label, we still get to keep your name and keep that music. And I'm like, to me, it's like, nah, dog. Like I'm not with that idea. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't with
and
that.
my lawyer like, yo, it's not a 360 deal, but you still getting fucked with no Vaseline. These was her exact words. And I'm like, and then they mad because I got a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you start seeing shit like that, you kind of understand, like, you know what? I get what all these other artists was complaining about. Like, I'm not going through all this just to try to buy my masters back at a later time. Like, I worked too hard on my music. I went too much behind the scenes. In real life, the shit that create my music, y'all didn't go through that. You know what I'm saying? So why am I going to give you the rights to that?
And that's a rule that like with my label, because like my label, we're like a freelancing, I call ourselves a freelancing collective. And what I always tell my artists, like, whether in the city or out the city, if they ever need their stems or their trackouts from me, I always keep them like in their folders for them, because like I always tell them, like, look, keeping your trackouts, your masters and stems is important.
That shit is important.
And I'm not that kind of label. I don't run that kind of label where it's like, even if I orchestrated everything and everything is under the label, like I make sure everybody still keep their rights. Because even with my previous label, I'm actually about to redistribute some stuff, but I still made sure I contacted everybody that was still with my old team. Even like people like, it's homies, like we not even like, we don't talk like that no more. Like, like some of us, we had like it was a couple fallouts, we still cool and all that, but it don't matter. Like we still did this, like we still had moments. We still was a team at one point.
You still got enough respect for them, for, you know what I'm saying?
To still give them their credits, because like I believe whether indie or major labels, like masters is important. And I tell artists, like, if you want to sign a deal or sign, I'm not saying don't, but like know what's important. And I'm glad we can
know what you're signing.
Yeah, like, cause in this episode, we definitely I'm glad we can use this episode to talk about that. Cause like what I told my friend the other day, he didn't understand, but what I told him is that at a certain point, especially like Def Jam, Atlantic, how they see you, they don't just see you as money, they see you as a brand. So,
right.
Like you said, you had just said it, that first deal, this is why they second deals don't work, because the first deals, they're still focused on trying to get the brand and stuff correct. If they would have had that correct, like if the branding and stuff was correct the first deal, then it's like, okay, maybe something would have worked out, or y'all could have broke even and then made the second deal work out. But it's to the point where it's like they're still trying to build you, they're still trying to get your name out there just like you're trying to do. So the battlegrounds is kind of the same. You just got better people with better connections, but at the same time, but it's like people still gonna wonder, like, who are you and stuff. That's why I was explaining in the last episode, like being direct with your fans. It don't matter if you're an artist or a producer. When you're direct with your fans, like that's the fan base that's gonna last the longest, because it don't matter if you got a deal or not. Even if you got a deal, you just got nitrous boost in your car.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
Access to different, you know what I'm saying? You just got access to an investor. And that's hella important. Like, I don't want people to, You know what I mean? All deals aren't bad, but it's just you want to make sure that you know what you signing, because there's going to be a time where everything isn't all beautiful. Because, you know, when it's like a relationship, you know what I'm saying? You meet that person, you meet that shorty, and you love everything dope about her for the first 4 or 5 months, 6 months. And then you might move in together and you might realize a lot of shit that you don't necessarily vibe with, you know what I mean? And you got to make a decision of whether or not it's worth staying, or, you know what I'm saying, you just gonna move along because you know it's not gonna be successful. Only difference is once you sign these contracts, you can't just move along. You're in that deal. You know what I'm saying? You got to make. And if you don't sign the deal, you just got to make it. You got to make sure you understand in your mind that you're making a sacrifice, that you're going to put in that work yourself. And that's the sacrifice I decided to make. Like, I don't care how long it's going to take me. You know what I mean? But I'm proud of working shit on my own and knowing that I own everything myself. I write music for film and TV. You know what I'm saying? And I write that under a different artist name. But I'm proud of the fact that no matter what happens with Broadway, I still make income from writing music. You know what I mean? So that gives me the freedom to create whatever fucking music I want to create. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nobody over my head saying, hey, man, you know what? I don't really like the vibe of these records. You know what I mean? Can you do something like this? Or can you make music like this person? I don't want to make music like nobody else unless I'm influenced to do it. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm listening to another artist and I'm like, yo, that 5-year shit hitting. That Pop Smoke shit hitting. You know what I'm saying? Let me jump in that bag. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only, when I'm inspired, that's a different story. I don't like being influenced. I like being inspired. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like artist power is very important. And now we're in 2020 and niggas got more power than they ever had. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to take that deal. I was watching Joe Budden podcast and Ma was talking like, he was talking about niggas taking $1 million deals. And it's like, if you turn the deal down, what's the difference? You didn't have $1 million before you turned the deal down.
Exactly.
So what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? I figured, I learned from Nipsey. Nipsey turned down Atlantic multiple times because they didn't want to get him the deal that he wanted. When he finally earned his worth and built his name up to where he wanted, he went back to Atlantic and got a partnership. Not a fucking deal where you know what I'm saying? It's a distributor deal. They give him the money, he do what he want to do, creative control, and he pay them back. I'm fine with that. But I don't want you to give me no money and then trying to tell me what I can do and what I can't do with my brand. I don't want you to be trying to take my daggone records and shit and have me looking like all these older artists that don't have control over shit. I'm not trying to be TLC. That was 20 plus years ago. You still trying to tell me y'all niggas TLCing people? Nah, bro, that's not finna happen. And if it does happen, it ain't gonna happen to me. Like, I got too much pride for that shit, bro. I'm good on that.
Exactly. Like, and I was going to say, artists of your worth, you're too smart for that. And artists and producers, what I was going to say, like, because this is a gem, and I'm going to tell you why they try to tell you what to do with that money. You give me in advance. I'm going to just say it like this, because this is a gem this is a cheat code gem. I'm going to tell y'all that if y'all get that investment and you got creative control, you give me that money. You give me a good 50K. I have the resources that I already have to do what I have to do. So I probably won't even need the whole 50K. So what I'm going to do with the remainder, not even put it to the side, I'm going to invest it in something that I know that's going to start making another residual.
So I can pay y'all back and have more money on it. Oh, you already know we're on the same vibe. That way I can pay y'all back and I ain't even touch that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I already know. That's a fact. That's the only thing different about my mind now and my mind when they offer me the deals. Like, I know, like, with trials and tribulations, I know what's going to work for me as far as promo goes. I know where my money can go now. Whereas back when they was offering it, I didn't, you know what I mean? We worked for a long time to get to that point where somebody just throwing money at you. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know what to do with the money then anyway. You know what I mean? And I was kind of fearful, like, I take the deal and then I'm feeling like those other artists that be mad, depressed and shit because they signed the deal. I ain't want to be that artist, you know what I mean? But now a label come to me with that money, I know exactly what to do with that money. I know exactly how to expand my brand. I know how to get you your money back and expand my brand to the point where I won't need you to give me another dollar again. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how it works. That's how it works. Like I said, I learned that shit recently myself too. And it's like, and like you said, like, this is another gem that I'm going to give because, like, this is something that I'm doing because like I'm not just a producer, I'm a producer artist. So like how it's like on some Khaled shit. Like I'll orchestrate some things, put it together, and still have the ownership. So like, but what I'm telling artists now is that like now it's ways like you can just be the label, not even go to a label. You can be
Facts.
the label because like
Facts.
what the distribution that I use, because well, shout out to Distrokid because like Distrokid definitely was a game changer. Distrokid was definitely a
That's
game
Bluff's
changer.
favorite shit right there. That's
Yeah,
Bluff's
especially
favorite shit.
to those who have Distrokid and like to the artists who are already using Distrokid, because I'm not really going to tell y'all to switch. Look at the tools and utilize the shit out of their
Right.
tools because like
Right.
I don't use DistroKid, but like I still get royalties off of artists I work with.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I just be looking in the tools and shit. I be sitting there like they got some crazy ass tools.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
use Distrokid and United Masters. I
yeah,
use United Masters for growth, but for On God, I just use Distrokid. And you know, they like I say, like you said, Distrokid has been up in the ante on the resources that they have available for you.
mm-hmm. I use Amuse because Amuse just came out recently. Like I wish like a lot of people could have got Amuse because like Amuse is they got a free subscription and a pro subscription, but the free subscription basically got the basic platforms that you need, like Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, and like the pros just got the YouTube monetization. I think you get like a when I use it because I got the pro, like I got like an extra SoundCloud page now. So I guess if I get plays off that, it's actual monetized views. So,
Oh yeah, that's lit
but
then.
and then also the stuff will get put on Instagram and Facebook itself. That's what the pro does, but the free subscription still gets you the basic platforms that you need. So it's like now with the new artists that's coming out who are still on SoundCloud who don't got their music distributed yet, if you paid the producers and you paid your ends and all that, that you know you can distribute your shit. Now there's shit like Amuse where you can do it free. Or you know, if you got the $20, you know, still put
Just
up
pay
digital.
for it. You know what I'm saying? It's an
Yeah.
investment. I be
Well,
telling
yeah,
niggas all
and
the time, like make the investment for yourself.
The Amuse Pro is only $8 a month. So
Oh, that's cake.
yes,
That's cake.
or $60 a year, I think it is. So it's like even if you want a budget, you could still pay the pro for Amuse. But DistroKid is $20 a year. So like I said, it's still budget, but just in a 1 year outcome.
Right.
So
And then you got the other stuff on there where you can have legacy, you know what I'm saying? So you can make sure even if you don't even if you don't resubscribe to DistroKid, you still keep the royalties going to your account. You know what I mean? Like DistroKid got some too. That's why I like United Master too though. United Master got some they just started their little $55 membership shit. And with that shit, you get direct submissions to the NBA, direct submissions to TV. Yeah, bro, DistroKid on some shit, bro. They got Cash App contests and shit where you know you can win 25,000. Like it, I fuck with the United Masters. You know what I mean? I just don't. You know my biggest problem, bro. I don't understand where all my title stream money going. Like title is the
yeah.
only one where it doesn't matter who we distribute through. I don't be seeing my title streams. And then when I hit up title directly, I couldn't really get a clear answer. You know what I'm saying? They was like, yeah, we release the numbers quarterly. And I'm like, dog, I ain't seen my numbers from title literally in over a year plus. Like I ain't seen my numbers from title yet. You know what I
I'll
mean?
say
So I
like
don't know
this,
what they got going.
maybe Tidal had a hold on 1 second. Hello? Hey, I'm doing the episode, babe. I'm gonna call you back, okay?
Okay.
Love you. But yeah, like United Masters, like it's a couple issues because and what happened recently, one of my closest local friends, his problem with United Masters was not only now, I'm not going to blame Tidal because I think Tidal has the statistics, but there's a problem with United Masters that's not giving you the statistics because I believe Tidal has the statistics, but like another problem with United Masters with what my friend said was that you got to wait until you make like $50 just to cash out. But on Amuse, it's only, I think, $10. Like after that,
Oh yeah. Well, United Master it does cash out at $50. But I mean, if you promoting yourself right, that you should be hitting that anyway. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I be trying to promote. I'm Like I'm independent as fuck and everything come out of my pocket, but you know what I'm saying? Like I refuse to be, you know what I'm saying? Because your success is your success. You know what I'm saying? Like what you put in is what you're gonna get out, especially with music. And if you sitting on your hands expecting shit to happen for you, you know what I mean? You can't blame nobody but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, because you know the internet is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like the word of mouth got rid of. I'm still reaching out to people. Like, hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it. I take advantage of every single social media. I be seeing people talk shit about Facebook, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what y'all talking about. I literally got 50 people on. You can go to Facebook and get 50 people that rock with you, or whatever the case is. They stream your record 10 times. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I said the same thing about Instagram and how people be like talking about the algorithms, but it's like y'all not direct with y'all fans. Like y'all can get like 10, 20 people off that.
And all that shit add up, you know what I'm saying? And you look at your streams and then you be feeling more satisfied with yourself because you know, like I put in that work. And then go ahead and listen, I put money into the Facebook promotions, I put money into the Instagram promotions, I put money into the Twitter promotions, because Twitter got ads now too. So like you literally can put money into all these sites, and unfortunately, that's where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? These social media sites don't make no money off of it. They free sites. So now they need those promotions. But if you pay for that promotion, they're gonna make sure you get that reach out. You know what I mean? And if you pay for, let's say on Facebook, you pay $50, you know what I'm saying, and you span it across 10 days, that reach is probably like 8,000 people for you. And the engagements are gonna be around 2,000. If you set everything right. So I like to market to London. I like to market. I base my markets off of what the music is like. So if I'm doing a drill song like Boss Moves, for Boss Moves, when I promoted that, when I put the album out and the song is playing in the background, I promoted it to New York, New Jersey, Philly, London, because London listen to drill, Chicago. I promoted to those regions because that's who's gonna listen to it. And my DMs or my Facebook messages or the inner engagements, it showed me like them motherfuckers really be hitting on it. So, you know what I mean? Like it's just about how you do it. The tools are out there, you know what I mean? And people were discouraged. I remember when paid promo, like not the fake paid promo, but paid promo that, you know, websites was allowing us to do, niggas was talking down on it. Oh, y'all niggas gotta use paid promo. Well, nigga, if you not, then you just wanna stay local. And I'm not trying to be local because that shit don't pay. You know what I mean? I made it to the radio stations here and niggas started hating on me. The higher you get in your city, the more niggas start to hate. So you need to start branching out so that you reach out to these other places. If you got 5 friends in Atlanta, you need to be telling those 5 friends, hey, yo, can y'all do this? Yeah. And if they don't do it, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. But you can at least reach out to them because 5 people turn into 10 people, 10 people turn into 20 people. You know what I mean? And maybe not 20 people going to check it out, but at least 5 of those 20 people going to check it out. At least 7 of those 20 people going to check it out. You got to think about the numbers, and a lot of people just be, you know, we be down ourselves. Niggas ain't got label money and this and that and third, so niggas just be talking themselves out of shit. But not I, said the cat. Not I.
Nah, man, I'm gonna say because like, and I'm definitely getting some sauce from this, and like, you know, it's crazy talking about like the fan base. Like when I dropped my song Skyscrapers with my homie Jenza Ozen, he's from Melbourne, Australia. The first week I did like 100 streams on Spotify alone. The majority of that, it was like when I was looking at the cities, the original country was Australia, because it's like crazy. You know, because his fan base has seen that, you know, that he had dropped something new with somebody, and it was like, oh snap, now it's like, whoa, like where's all this coming from? And
right, it's crazy. And the overseas fan base is what you want, because nigga, they love American shit. You know what I'm saying? They love American shit. They love to feel like they're a part of some shit. Everybody loves to be that first person. Everybody want to be that first person, like, yo, you heard this new song from so-and-so? Mm-hmm. So then when you get to that point, they could be that rock hard fan, that day one fan that feel like they put you on. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got fans in the UK. My fans in the UK was literally making videos of playing Halo and shit, tagging me in that shit, sending it to my DM. You know what I'm saying? I got my homeboys in New Zealand. Like they became fans. I met them on the internet. They became friends with me after supporting my music. niggas sending me emails that they getting from Spotify showing that I'm in their playlist in New Zealand. Like, nigga, what? My name is Broadway Louie. I'm from Broadway Ave, Paterson, New Jersey, and I'm getting played in New Zealand. Spotify is highlighting me in playlists in New Zealand. You know what I'm saying? All cause I did reaching out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a genuine nigga. It ain't no falseness about me. You know what I'm saying? So that love that I give out, it comes back. You know what I mean? And I just, you know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I mean? I just take advantage of it and make sure that I can keep on pleasing these people that want that shit from me. Cause everybody been asking for new music for a long time.
I definitely
be taking my time.
I was begging Bluff for some new music after I heard 3-P. Once I heard 3-P, that's when I started going through the catalog. Like, yo, I told Bluff, this nigga need to drop some new music. He need to drop some new music.
Bro. Bluff me like, yo, bro. Bluff hit me for like 2 months straight, 3 months straight, saying like, yo, we should release a song this week, release a song this week, release a song that week. And the way I be working, like, I don't work like that. Like, I don't work like that. I be wanting to be like that, but like the way my mind think, I like taking my time with shit. I don't know if you listen to the Full Growth Project yet, but like I take my time with shit. You know what I mean? Like, Bluff sent me a folder of 6 months worth of beats, and I went through all those beats, and that's how I ended up with Growth. You know what I mean? And like with this project, he was texting me, and he was like, he sent me the Boss Moves beat. And it was like, bro, I really want you to jump on this. That started the On God project. And when he sent me that beat, because niggas know, like, I'm Jersey down to my core.
That's my favorite song. I ain't even
dog, like, the energy from that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already hear in my head right now, you know what I'm saying? Because the energy in that shit was crazy. But once I did that one, I was like, all right, I'm ready now. And he sent me a few more beats, went with him, and then, you know what I mean, On God was produced. Like, it's only 4 songs, but those 4 songs pack a punch with each song. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a bean. The new generation of music, I love EPs. I love when you can have 4 songs that hold weight like an album.
You know what I mean? And like the feedback from On God has been fucking nuts. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even prepared for that shit. Like the feedback from On God has been nuts. Like, and it's 10 songs, so everybody is just like soaking it in. I got niggas telling me like, yo, I've been playing that shit on repeat, bro. Like I've been playing on repeat, and when I think about it, like, damn, it's only 10 minutes, and they playing it on repeat. You think about the numbers. I didn't even look at all the numbers. Like the EP just came out on Thursday. I got an email from Apple Music saying I'm already at 595 plays.
Damn.
Just you know what I mean? Like 595 plays just on Apple Music in 2 days. You know what I mean? I haven't checked my Spotify numbers yet. I haven't checked my Google. And people, and that's just streaming. I actually had people buying the album before the album even came out. Yeah. So I don't even know my pre-order numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not just talking about downloading the album. I was telling people buy it. Nigga, it's $5.17. Go on that bitch and buy it, you know what I'm saying? Support. And now I got the $200 giveaway where if you buy it, you go online, Google Play, you go in there, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iTunes, you buy it for $5.17 and you get entered into a $200 giveaway. I'm giving away $200 for you purchasing something for $5.17.
That's crazy.
Like, come on. Like, it started with Bluff. Bluff was like $100. And I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and add on 100 to it.
For sure,
for sure. You know what I mean? Like it's like I received that from my fans. The last time I dropped the album, I made over 1,500, 1,800. I think it was like, we made 1,800 in pre-orders. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what happened when I dropped Growth. That's my first week sales as an independent artist. You know what I mean? So like, why not give it no deal? You know what I mean? So why not give it back to the fans if they gonna support me and the shit just been coming back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my fans, yo. I love my supporters, you know what I mean? And then when you add in the fact that I'm an actor too, I bring all that shit together. I'm a full brand. I'm not like other artists where it's just like, I'm just giving you music and I'm just gonna let the music sit and that's what you get. Nah, I got a TV show coming out next. So my music is gonna keep, and then I got another project coming. Bluff is already sending me new beats. Bluff want me to do a full drill project. Like,
I'm not even gonna cap you on Bluff. Probably forgot about it, but I got a collab drill beat that me, Bluff, and Terrestrial did. I'm about to send you that, John, after the episode. So trust me, cause trust me, that was like one of my first drill beats ever. Cause like that's when I was like, I started listening to 5EO Heavy, and like I think Bluff had sent me like a pack of melodies that week, and then I found this one, John. I'm like, oh yeah, this is straight drill
send
mode.
that shit through, dog. You got the email now, so you can send. I'm always ready, dog. You know what I'm saying? Me and Bluff we do our business correctly. You know what I'm saying? I pay Bluff. You know what I mean? Ain't shit for free. Like Bluff would send me shit for free, and I just cash that Bluff some money out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I got real love for Bluff. Like me and Bluff, like it's further than music. You know what I'm saying? Like when nobody knew who the fuck I was here, Bluff gave me multiple opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
I be wishing I had extra bread just to get to that nigga, cause like he just be looking out for me in so many ways.
For the real ones, like the people that really fuck with him, he really, you know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, he gonna go to bat for you. You know what I mean? Like if he with you, he gonna go to bat for you. I've seen the nigga cuss niggas out and go get mad and burn bridges in the city and shit, and that's that third. And I also seen him learn from that shit and create his own world where he don't need nobody else. You know what I'm saying? But he do it because he want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, Bluff my dog. Bluff my dog. If the day I get rich, Bluff coming with me. That's on God.
You know, it's crazy. I was saying that same thing to him last week. I said, nigga, we winning. Like, fuck this shit.
For real, dog. Like as far as independent niggas go,
and he not even signed with me. But it's like Bluff is just like, I talk to Bluff like I be talking to the niggas in my label. So it's like I talk to him daily. Like we just be on some like Frankenstein Igor.
It's always elevation type shit, right? It's always about what's next and how the fuck you can elevate. Like our conversations are literally always about how we gonna better shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Same with me for sure. Like and it's crazy. Like, you know, just seeing how you've utilized not just social media, but you've utilized the internet and really took it to your game. Like, I feel like that's something that a lot of people are gonna learn in this episode, because it's like, you know, that's something that I'm still learning for myself. Like, I just started telling myself, like, I need to start looking at these like platforms and stuff more, because like, I know it's not the platform's fault that I want to be in a better place. I can put myself in that better place. It's how do I utilize the platforms to put me in that better place?
Yeah, bro. And I got people in my ear, like people that like that's telling me like, yo, you need to do this more. You need to do this more. You need to do this more. And I'm like, you know what? You absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Because like people know, I get this all the time. Like, bro, your music is fucking crazy, but you need to do this. And like at first, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like social media like that. And this is coming from a nigga that don't like social media. I don't like social media. I
wasn't really a fan of it like that either. Like I didn't go into social media like that until college. So
I don't like doing that fanboy shit. I don't like doing weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? I like doing music, and like that's what I like doing. You know what I mean? So like now it's like I know how to take advantage of it now. I'm a content creator now. Now I got plans to make this shit even bigger, because I've been around big motherfuckers. Like I've been in the studio with Ron Browz. I done performances with Funk Flex, like at my own show. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Chamillion, loving hip hop. Like I've been in studios with her for hours. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog. You know what I mean? And like I watched her grow and become big as fuck, while I sat down and was, you know, recovering from shit when my sister passed. Now it's like I know now exactly how to do shit. You know what I mean? And like now it's up to me on whether or not how big I really want to be. If I want to be bigger, it's up to me. I got to put that work in. So whether it be behind closed doors and niggas don't know about it until they see the moves, I prefer that now, instead of telling you, hey, I'm about to have DJ Drama host my tape. Hey, I got this feature coming on my next tape, you know what I'm saying? And then it don't happen and niggas looking at me like I'm a liar. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because shit be falling through all the time. You know what I mean? I had a whole lot of shit that was supposed to happen, and then I didn't sign a label deal. So all that shit that I was talking fell through. You know what I mean? So now it's like, I make sure that I got my ducks in a row before I announce anything. And I make sure that if I fail, it's going to be on me. You know what I mean? It's not going to be on nobody else. I'm not going to blame nobody. It's going to be on me.
For sure. And that's definitely how I look at my situation now. Cause like I used to always try to point the finger or blame like another reason or source that I'm not where I'm at, but now I know like it's always on me. And
Facts.
like you said, like, seeing moves fall through, like, it's a lot of things that's coming from me. Like within, I'm probably this year and the next year. That's why I said like I can't really say too much because like I'm not going to brag too much on what's really coming because if it falls through or something happens, then then like you said, then I'm looking stupid. That's why
Right.
like even like one of my homies that I'm cool with, like I got my first placement with him coming. Like I don't ever really brag about it. And like, we homies, we talk every day, like my homie down in Atlanta and shit. Like we talk all the time and we been like I said, we've been had the song, but it's like I'm not hitting them up on some shit like, oh, when the John dropping this, that, that. I'm not like, no, I'm not on no type of shit like that. Cause it's like everything else he been dropping before that just make me sitting there making me think like, let this nigga drop a couple more. Let him drop a couple more songs before we drop real quick, cause he getting lit right now. Like he getting lit. Like the last couple of songs he been dropping, I'm sitting there like, damn, I'm glad we ain't dropped yet. Shit, cause it's like, like I'm not going to discuss his pattern, but like the pattern he was discussing with me about how he was dropping and including the song that we did, the way he was discussing his pattern, I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, that's definitely that gives him time to build the fan base, do what he gotta do, make other moves and everything. So it's like you said, like you like to put your time in with a lot of stuff. And, I understand that now because like I see how a couple of my other friends are making the moves that they making because when they prep their time and, do everything ahead of time, then it's like, okay, now I can do this, do that, and the third while I'm still dropping. So,
Right.
like you said, Bluff sent you 6 month worth of beats. Who knows what else could have went through out of like I'm pretty sure it's more than 4 songs that came out of that 6 month pack. But
Well, no, that was the growth package. So that growth ended up being
the whole entire packet or like the majority.
Nah, I got all the growth beats from that 6 month span of beats he sent me. And
That
the
shit
crazy
crazy.
thing was, right, he sent it to like some of the other artists that's in our circle,
Mm-hmm.
but none of the other artists picked the beats that I picked.
That's crazy.
Like none of them. So like, you know what I mean? The shit just worked out perfectly. You know what I mean? With this one on God, he only sent one other beat to somebody else. So I ended up having to scrap that song, which was a fire ass song. The only thing was I had already recorded it, but I never sent it to him. So he didn't know I had already made a song to it. So when I heard it on KD Cartel project, I'm like, man, Bluff, what the fuck, nigga? I already did that joint. He was like, dang, bro, I feel bad. I can't really. And I was like, bro, don't worry about it. Just send me a new beat. You know what I'm saying?
Cartel on the Bluff.
Yeah. I forgot what beat it was. It was one of those beats he went off. Like it was
Let
like
me see if I can remember the track list. It was there's
I think it was like number 2.
Dollar Signs.
Yep, that's exactly what it was.
Yep.
It was Dollar Signs. And
that's actually one of my favorite songs on there too. I'm not even.
Yeah, I was tight. I was tight, and I was like, damn, bro, I could have just put him on a feature. You know what I'm saying? But it was already his song, and I got respect for KD, so I was like, it's all good. Just send me. So Bluff
I'm
made a new beat.
gonna talk to KD. I'm gonna tell him like, look, get Louie on that damn remix. look. He in one of our group chats. So I'm gonna talk to him like, bro, get him on the damn remix. Like I'm gonna call Bluff tonight.
Me and KD have been supposed to work for a long time.
I'm gonna call Bluff tonight. I'm gonna talk Bluff into some shit.
That's where everybody came from. The last joint in the EP, that's where everybody came from. That was the beat that he sent me in replacement to the beat that I had already did. And like I was like, yo, I'm finna go crazy on everybody. And now I did everybody and there's only one verse, but motherfuckers want a second verse on there. And I'm like,
it's crazy with Cheat Activated, like I think Bluff has like 3 or 4 remixes.
Yeah,
like,
we talked about that earlier.
I got love for my boy Dank, like Almighty Dank. I got love for you. That's the homie. I love him to death. But like out of all the remixes, I probably gotta get yours. Yeah, like I gotta get yours. Bluff just needs to make a mega remix with everybody on it. But
that was the plan. So the original plan that he told me was to do a big ass remix with everybody on it. But then he ended up just sending it to me and was like, yo, bro, you know, Bluff, yo, bro, I really want you to jump on this one right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I heard it, and when the original song came out, I told him that's his hardest song I've ever heard. Cause I love when Bluff on those types of beats. Of course, Bluff can rap for real. But just like how everybody love me, like Trap Louie, when I'm on trap beats and being on different shit, the same thing I think about Bluff. And when I heard Cheat Activate, I was like, yo, this shit's crazy, dog. Like, this is my favorite song you've ever done. You have to send me that. You have to send me that. And yeah, I need unlimited funds, unlimited. Yeah. Now we got the challenge going
the
on.
Unlimited Gun Challenge.
Yeah, that shit started from one of my fans that's like, I don't even know where this nigga located at. But he sent me a video on Twitter, like playing, I told niggas that like this album is gonna be the album that you can play while you playing 2K or cleaning your guns out and shit, this, that, and third. Niggas sent me the clip with him cleaning the guns to unlimited ammo and blase. I'm like, damn. So I sent it to Bluff, and Bluff like, yo, we should start a challenge. And now you got all these people fucking recording videos of shit, cleaning their guns and this and that and third. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that's crazy how all this shit just start from a motherfucking vibe.
Niggas about to start the revolution and shit.
You know what I mean? And I know that mad niggas with guns, so I just be like, yo, shoot a video with this for that.
That shit crazy, man.
Yeah, I had fun on that project, bro. That project.
I could tell with each song. Even with honestly, like besides Boss Moves, Worthless is probably my
That's my second favorite. That's why
that's what I'm saying. That song really spoke to me on some shit.
That's for my so what my objective was, and it's crazy because I meant to add one more song to the project, but I forgot about it and it was too late. So I'm gonna just release it as a solo single. But I was gonna add another R&B joint. But the goal was to make sure I hit every market like Drake do. You know, Drake will drop off a 4-pack or a 2-pack where it's different vibes. You know what I'm saying? He might have a turn up track. He gonna have an R&B joint. He gonna have this. He gonna have the straight lyrical track. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my goal with this project, to make sure, because I'm trying to introduce it. This is what's coming next for me. Like y'all gonna get this. I'm on Trap Louie shit the next tape. You know what I'm saying? I'm on this type of energy the next tape. So that was my goal with it. Worthless is just, you know, I'm a rapper at heart, dog. You know what I'm saying? And Griselda is like one of my favorite groups of music to listen to right now. Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, you know what I'm saying? West Side Gun. And it's
no wonder you and Bluff be on some shit, cause that's all he be talking about when we be talking about music.
Listen, bro. That's like my spirit animal. Them my niggas, you know what I'm saying? So like, when I heard Worthless, that's literally the bag I went into. I was like, yo, this is the mindset I'm on right here. And Worthless, I write off of emotion. I don't really think about shit before I listen to shit. I don't think about what I want to make a song about. I just hear the beat and I go with the first line. And from the first line, that's what I go with. And you know what I mean? That shit. I'm not trying to quit until I make off like I'm Madoff. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Like, it's about bars. Like Worthless is definitely one of my favorites. It's a lot of women's favorites too, because women like lyrics and shit.
Of course they, man. Look, the one thing women know, and that's the one thing women know this. Like they know they can go to the club. They already know it's gonna be some new shit that's gonna be popping in the club. But
Facts.
like when the nigga
Facts.
come out and can actually hit him with a metaphor there, hit him with a little sequence flow there. They fall in love with that real quick.
That's a fact.
They fall in love with that real quick.
That's a fact. That's what I learned, man. I learned that with growth, man. A lot of women, like niggas, of course, they fuck with it, but like a lot of women was like, damn, man, I really like this shit. You know what I'm saying? I could listen to it. It makes sense, blah, blah, blah. I just love making music, man. Like I got R&B music coming. I got trap music coming. I got like, I'm just making a whole lot of dope vibes, because I feel like this year, we had a lot of time to sit. You know what I'm saying? Corona put a lot of people on their ass. And instead of just sitting around wasting time, this and that and third, I kind of just leveled up. I leveled up business mindset. I leveled up with my investments. I just leveled up, period. You know what I'm saying? And leveling up in music was only natural. You know what I mean? So now it's like releasing all that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to die with a whole bunch of music not being released. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, it's crazy. Like, and you're talking about leveling up. Like, this podcast is kind of a level up with me. Like anybody who know 215 guy, like I always talk a lot of shit on Twitter about a lot of shit. So it's like I kind of use the podcast to level up, like, you know, like how I be expressing shit. So now it's like, now I got a platform to where it's like I can express like my end of the underground, you know, shed light on the people that really deserve to be, like, you know, talked about, and not just major, like indie, on the come up, local, like it don't matter, like, cause you know, I listen to a lot of underground music every day, and I just be sitting there like, damn, like a lot of these people really deserve the recognition. Like I be telling some of my friends that, and people was telling me like I should, like people been telling me I should have been do the podcast. So with that, it was like, okay, now it's like I'm in a position, especially like you said with the pandemic, I'm in a position to where like now I got the time to where it's like I can do this, I can put time into at least one day a week, even if it's just one day a week, because like that's how I do it with the podcast. Even if it's just one day a week where I sit and like, you know, discuss, you know, some stuff, discuss gems with, you know, another creative, like, and within that process, it's helping me level up in my music as well. Cause it's like, at the same time, it's like with each episode that I do with each guest that I have, it's like, you know, with what I learned, I sit there like, damn, like they on that kind of mindset. Damn, like I don't need to do the exact same thing, but like I need to take a gem or two from my guests and what, you know, what I'm learning from them. Cause it's like, it's not just me interviewing the artists and the producers, it's, you know, having a discussion and, you know, learning from, you know, your side. You feel me?
Right. And some I learned from like some people that, you know what I mean, like I respect in this, and like respect period. Like I learned tips like you say, at least once a week, you know what I'm saying? You're producing content. That's important. You know what I mean? Like that's important for your mental health, you know what I'm saying? Cause you don't feel like you just sitting on your ass and ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? And then you get to connect, cause you know what I mean? This our first time talking. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You hella dope. And I fuck with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I look forward to collabing and whatever else comes from this going forward, because I fuck with your energy. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
if you didn't do
sure.
the podcast, we wouldn't have had this opportunity. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because as soon as
I don't even talk to people like that. Like I be like
exactly.
in my own world. You know what I mean? So,
I be seeing you because like you know Bluff be telling me like he hadn't really like mentioned you until y'all was on the project. I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, y'all definitely talking now, because it's like, oh, y'all on the project. Because other than that, like you said, like, you know, we hadn't talked in like 2 months in the DM, because you know, everybody doing their thing, and it's like at the same time, you know, like you said, like I'm not really too much of a social guy neither. I'm learning to be more social. You know, with each day, I'm learning to talk to people more, like not even just with music. I just try to talk to people on a daily basis, but you know, like with the podcast, like, you know, the people that I choose to have on, you know, I feel like I felt the energy before I even had the guest call with you. Like I knew that tonight was going to be a lit episode, because like when I'm hearing the music, you know, looking at the, you know, the radio station, like, you know, shout outs, because like, you know, I listen to T-Roy on Power 99 at my 9 to 5. So it's like when I seen the T-Roy shout out, I'm like, what?
like I fuck with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's what I mean. Like when I was coming up, they fuck with me because my energy was genuine. You know what I mean? And like I worked hard as hell here, dog. Like niggas that tell you like I'd probably done 50 plus shows, free shows. You know what I'm saying? Just to earn my name. And got to the point where niggas like niggas that was managers of platinum artists was like, yo, Broadway Louie, the hardest working artist here. Like that nigga don't slack, you know what I mean? And then I earned my worth by actually getting paid for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I started seeing dollars from it, then I was like, you know what? Oh, this shit for real. Like I'm a real artist. Like I get paid for shit. You know what I'm saying? I definitely respect the fact people do shit for free, because you got to do it. You got to earn your way. But like now it's like, nigga, like once you earn your way, don't settle. You know what I mean? And like,
for sure.
I'm protective of my energy. I don't let everybody in my circle. You know what I mean? And like, it ain't just like, I'm protective of my circle and I'm protective of my energy. But when it comes to my brand, that shit for everybody. Because once you put it out, once you put your art out, it's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for the world to consume. You know what I'm saying? And I try to keep that mindset when it comes to having conversations with Uber and Lyft drivers, having conversations with random people like, yo, yeah, I do music, yo. Because nobody knows until you tell them. You know what I'm saying? And so in some cases, people already heard about me. And I just be shocked. I be like, yo, what? Like, yo, you heard about me already? Yeah, I seen your movie. I seen that you sold out the movie in the movie theater. What? Man, that's crazy. Oh, you don't remember being at the movie premiere and seeing me? I be so blacked out, bro. Like I don't be remembering shit. I don't be seeing people, and then they remind me. I'm just like, damn, nigga is really making an impact. You know what I mean? And I cherish that because it's not a given. It's not a given that people gonna fuck with you. It's not a given that people gonna respect you. I'm an influencer though, like a real life influencer. I seen little kids be excited because they seen me on movie sets and say, damn, we can shoot movies. I seen that with my own eyes. So when it comes to giving my art out or giving that energy out, I'm not selfish with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm protective of it as far as who I actually allow in my circle.
It's good that you set a line between the two, because being protective of your energy and being protective of, you know, your circle, that's what still creates the great content that you put out. So you got to kind of set that, you know, you kind of got to set that,
it's a balance.
that line. Yeah, you kind of got to set that line because, like, you know, like for me, it's like under here is like your circle, your energy, and, you know, like, you know, the people that you got, and then everything above that is
what you're trying to work towards.
The content, the fans, and everything else that really matters.
Because you got to have the ground. You got to have everything situated with the groundwork before you can even move forward. Because I always hear, like, you ain't going to get as far as your circle can take you. You know what I mean? Because you can't, like, as much as people want to say they do shit on their own, in music or entertainment, you can't do shit on your own. That's a false truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a solid ass circle. That way, when shit do get rough, you still can count on those people to be the same fucking people.
I said that in the last episode, and I said that in the Bluff Gawd, and Bluff has said that. Bluff has said the same thing in the second episode. Bluff has said the same thing, because it's like 30 years ago, you couldn't do this shit alone, because like Twitter, the internet, these nice ass microphones, iPhones, all this shit was not around like that 30 years ago. So it's like, you know, back then you really had to put in like the groundwork and really build a solid foundation to really like build a brand and build a movement and build content that will last forever. And even though we're in a new generation of technology, it like the only thing that's the difference is the innovation. Like everything is innovated. That's all it is. Everything is innovated. The standards are still the same. You still got to have a solid foundation, even if it's just being a one-man army and having every app on your iPhone or Android and utilizing every app to like, okay, I got to do this. Okay, now I got to do this. Now I got to do this in order for this to happen. Like, you know, it don't matter if it's a team or like your iPhone can be like
your iPhone is a computer, man.
Yeah,
that's your fucking black book, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
black
you can do
book,
everything
organizer, accountant.
Everything.
Exactly.
You can do everything for that shit, bro.
So it's like, honestly, it's good. Like, it's good to see that there are still like rappers that still have the great mindset that you have, and like you said, also going into R&B and all that. Like even with me, like, you know, I love making trap beats, but like I'm trying to do like pop. I'm trying to do like same thing R&B. I'm trying to do pop. Like I'm even trying to do like I'm trying to even do alternative music.
Bro. Yeah, it's a bag out there, bro. You never know like where that bag gonna come from. Dog, let me tell you how I got my start with filming, doing music for film and TV. My song Moves was on the radio. Doom, T-Roy, and all was playing it, right? And I don't curse in my records like that. Like I barely curse, you know what I'm saying? Like and in like track Louie, I might curse like 1 or 2 times, but I don't really curse, you know what I'm saying? Something like in respects to my mother. She wouldn't really listen to my music early on because I was saying nigga and curse words every fucking word. So I go out my way to make sure I don't do it. And plus it's like, it's not that hard, nigga. It's just one word. Like you can't substitute one word. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So,
for sure.
So some time passed, about a year passed, you know what I'm saying? And I'm homeless. I'm going through all this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to recover from my sister passing. I'm in deep depression. And I get an email from a guy saying, yo, bro, I heard your song Moves on the radio. I do music for film and TV. I'm a producer. I want you to write some stuff for me. And I'm like, at first I'm looking at it like, you know, you get spam messages all the time. But he said my name and he wrote the actual song that was on the radio. So a part of me was like, is this real? So I hit him back. Nigga responds to me an email like it was a text message. Hit me right back and was like, yeah, man, send me your phone number, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about it, talk about the business. I talked to that dude for 3 hours. He broke down filming, he broke down sync fees, he broke down placements for TV, he broke down all that shit for me on the phone. And then proceeded to tell me like, yeah, bro, you didn't curse in your records. So, and I listened to the song so many times, I felt like you're a great songwriter. So I wanted you to write music for me. He sent me 6 beats and said, just jump on the beats that you feel comfortable on and we can go from there. I want to say 2 of the beats was trash, right? Mm-hmm. But because I'd never done this before, because I'm new to this, I wanna push my buttons. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how far I go. So I write to all 6 of the songs. I send them back to him. This nigga sends me a $2,600 check back. I mean, a $2,600 PayPal back, saying because he paid me for each song.
Damn.
He paid me for each song right off top, and then 2 of the songs got picked up. So I got paid up front for those songs, even though 4 of them would never be used. The other 2 songs got picked up. So I get sync fees from those songs and I got paid for those songs. So it's like
talk about a front end, back end situation right there.
You know what I mean? And niggas don't understand. And he was like, I was talking with him. I was like, yo, how do I do this to the point where I don't have to work? He's like, bro, if you produce about 30 of these songs a year, and I'm like, that's it, nigga? 30 songs a year? Like, it's 12 months in the fucking year. You want me to do 30 songs? That's it.
Damn.
I bet. He was like, yo, I'm telling you. So since then, that was 2018. Since then, I probably sent him about, I don't even know the number. I just know every time he sent me beats, I send them back. And then I found other websites where I could do it myself.
For sure.
Every time I thought I ain't had no money coming through, next thing you know, boom, it's a check coming through because I did this song from a whole year ago. Boom, I just picked up another song. And the shit ain't under my artist name, it's under a different artist name. So like, I don't even have to worry about those songs not being of Broadway quality, but I'm getting paid off of them. And he started to realize like a lot of these niggas be writing songs for people and don't even realize it. Like a lot of these niggas be getting songs written for them, they be getting picked up and niggas don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? So like, that came from the fact that I took a chance on myself. You know what I'm saying? And I did that by taking a chance on myself. 2 of them beats was fucking whack as fuck. But I gained his respect because I stepped out of my element and did some shit that I never did before. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't never no shit that I put on my albums. But them bitches, they work somewhere. You know what I mean? So you gotta take a chance on yourself, dog.
For sure. And like I said, like, you know, I've taken chances on beats that it's placements that, you know, it's placements that I've gotten with a couple of indie artists. I sat there like, they chose that beat out of all beats. Right. You chose that beat. Cause it's like,
how did this happen?
Even when I'm selling beats, like I be like, trust me, like when I be telling producers, like some of the stuff that like my management Southside D, he always tell me like, don't be trashing your shit. So it's like like my management, he always be telling me that shit. Like, bro, you need to stop trashing your shit. Cause like every time I be getting mad about shit, like I always be trashing shit. So it's like, bro, you gotta stop trashing that shit. So it's like, once I stop doing that,
you don't know how other people listen to that shit.
Exactly.
You don't know how other people hear that shit.
Exactly. So it's like once I stop doing that shit, I started seeing beats that I saw like, he brought that shit. Seriously. Cause it's like I'll finish them even though I don't like them. Cause like I want to sit there like, ah, fuck it, I'm gonna put it in the store anyway or whatever, or I'll send it or whatever anyway. So it's like, you know, I do that, and you know, they wind up fucking with it, and then it's like, you know, I've gotten text messages from some of my clients where they told me like, yo, these songs are gonna be on the next project.
Shit be wild.
And I'll be sitting there like, those beats.
But let me tell you something. I didn't even like everybody. The last joint on God, I didn't even like it. I didn't even like it. Me and my producers in the studio like, damn, dog, what you think about this one? Because I'm used to my shits being, not to be too confident in myself or cocky, but I'm used to my shits being surefire. Like, when I hear them, I know that shit go. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, I was so like, I because the beat was so fresh to me, and I didn't really, I was like, and that has turned out to be some of the people's favorite fucking song off the project. And I'm like, damn, dog.
It's
like,
always the ones that you don't like that wind up being
man.
the favorites. I don't know why it works like that.
Dog, that nigga Pimp C didn't like Big Pimpin'. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? Pimp C didn't like Big Pimpin'. A lot of the songs on Justin Timberlake Justified was for Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson turned them down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Umbrella was for Mary J. Blige, and Mary J. Blige turned it down. Akon
turned down I'm Sprung by T-Pain.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? What your shit, what you might not like, somebody else may love. You know what I mean? And this game is all about taking chances. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no guarantees in this bitch. You might think you got a hard ass song, and then other people hear him like, that shit cool. That shit cool.
Well, you know, speaking of taking chances, you know, before we, exit out the podcast, what you got planned for the rest of the year and going into 2021 that you plan on taking chances for? You feel me?
All right. So other than my TV show Life, which should be premiering on YouTube soon, the first episode should be premiering soon. I got 3 projects that I plan on releasing before the year is out. I got the R&B project that I was talking about, which is called Mixed Signals. I got another trap project coming out that's called The Gas Chamber. That's with my homie down here, Spaz. He from Jersey too. And then most likely another Bluff project. Most likely. I get a feeling that Bluff not gonna leave me alone until at least I drop some more songs from it, or whatever the case it is.
Trust me, I'm gonna tell you personally that he ain't
But yeah, I'm gonna release some videos that I've had in the stash. I got a video for 5 Gold Cubans, rest in peace to Nipsey, that I'm gonna be releasing, and then I'm gonna shoot a video for Boss Moves. That's gonna be coming up real fucking soon. So once I shoot a video for Boss Moves, that's probably gonna be the next thing that I release. But
I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna have to watch that on my 75-inch that I got in the other room. I'm gonna have to watch that on the 75-inch in the other room. But
got to, bro.
You got any? I seen that you was promoting BigRayTheRapper too. One of my
that's the homie, man.
Another one of my favorites out of Duval. He actually just showed love on the podcast today on the Bluff Gawd episode. Man. That's
you hear me body his ass on Kaioken? You gotta go listen to Kaioken, bro. I body BigRay.
That's hard to hear because BigRay is kind of BigRay be carrying his weight. Like it's hard. Like even with Godzilla, because like J5 is one of the only ones to me besides you and probably like a couple others who can really hold against BigRay, in my opinion, just because
BigRay different. He rap, like, you know what I'm saying. That's why when we got on the same song together, like, don't get me wrong, we both had our own. I'm just that nigga. So like, you know what I mean. I'm always gonna speak highly of myself, and you know what I mean. Like the schemes that he hit me up and was like, yo, the schemes you did in Kaioken was crazy. He got a verse for me that's in the tuck right now that I'm waiting to see what he does with it. When I sent it to him, he told me. You know, BigRay, I really fuck with BigRay because he was another one of those people that showed me love from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Right along with Bluff. When I first met BigRay, he was a bouncer at one of Bluff shows. I didn't even know the nigga rap. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward, we ended up doing songs together.
Oh, now I just got something for his interview. Okay, perfect.
I'm just saying. I was a bouncer when I first met him, man. He was a bouncer.
That's crazy. I ain't even know that shit. That shit crazy.
Yeah, bro. Bluff used to throw the shows and shit, and that's how I met BigRay. That's how I met a lot of people. Bluff put me on to a lot of people in those circles. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was on everybody's song. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those songs ain't come out because niggas be like, you know what I mean? Niggas get killed on those songs and they don't want to release them shit. So a lot of those people me and Bluff fell out with. It ain't no hate or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Love to them. I hope they doing whatever they doing. But You know what I mean? Some people ain't meant to grow with you.
Man, God, stop, man. People gotta stop learning to be competitive because even when, I'm gonna put this on. I'm
I'm
God.
competitive, but I'm like I show love regardless.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I'm saying?
I'm that same way because like when I was rapping, like anybody who know me that was rapping, like, and this is like during like my next CNT days when I was running my next entertainment label.
Yeah.
My brother H.Y.P.e, like everybody, like, and this is the thing, like when I was putting music out, like everybody was looking at me like I was like everybody was looking at me like I was the Kendrick. But if you put it like, and like I tell people, like, and I put this on my brother H.Y.P.e, even to this day, like, even if like we was both in our prime today, even if like the prime came back to like he's still in his prime, and his prime innovates with each year, like that.
We gotta lock in there.
He a monster for real. So it's like, but like even back in the day before the prime came in, I tell people straight up, like, he was the Kendrick. I was Schoolboy. Like on some shit, cause
still a potent punch, potent as fuck.
Yeah, that exactly, like just like Schoolboy, like he still brought the sauce. But it's like rapping wise, I learned a lot of shit that I learned rapping wise from H.Y.P.e because like, you know, like when I was rapping by myself, like I wasn't really on no shit like that. Then me and him, we met in high school, and like once I started seeing him, he started like having like ciphers and stuff and all that, like, and just seeing how he would body like all these beats and like seeing him do like the school shows and stuff. I'm like, yo, this kid,
right.
Like
that's how I got my confidence. That's how I got my confidence by like every time. I'm talking about every time
shit. Like
party.
I ain't trying to talk no shit because like people put me on the hanger, but like
man,
he did on some shit. I said it on like I never did this remix because like because I stopped rapping at the time and I really transitioned into production, but like I said it on the Middle Child remix. I never recorded it. Like I still got it written. I think I said that that H.Y.P.e he's the next Cole. I say he the next Cole. He the next Cole. Like I like for real, because it's like on some shit. Like if people listen to his music, like it's one thing, they still gonna hear it. They still gonna get that, like that delivery, that soul substance. But just knowing him the way that I do,
right?
Like,
nigga, why shit? You know what I'm saying? Like the possibilities are endless. Nah, that's dope. You always need niggas like that be real with you. You know what I'm saying? So, but like my brother is like that, bro. Like my brother literally would hit me. You need people like that in your corner. You know what I'm saying? That give you that motivation.
And it's crazy, and it's like I said earlier, that's one of like the former, like that was from a former label, like, and that's like, you know, like I said, like that's one of the homies, like we haven't talked like that in a minute, but you know, that's still my that's still my brother. Like everything he taught me, I can never pay him back.
Facts.
I could have $1 million and still couldn't pay him back for everything he taught me. So
that's a fact. I already know how that go.
So
that's all right though. The love is in the air.
But you know, bro, like it was definitely great. You know, coming through the podcast office this weekend and you know having this interview with you, because you know I definitely got a lot of gems that I'm going to have to write down for myself that I actually took from this interview. But
that's what they're there for, bro.
That's what I'm here for, to give the new generation, you know, the truth, you know, what's real out there, and you know the propaganda.
Because everything ain't fairy tales, bro. Everything ain't just, you know what I mean, you get rich and boom, you booming and popping. Nah, dog. It's a lot of niggas from Duval that done signed deals and they back in Duval. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being in Duval, but that just means that you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of niggas don't move back when they really successful. They move on. You know what I'm saying? So like
for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's
like you gotta
that's why
be aware of what you do.
That's why I made a lot of moves staying in my city. Cause like, you know, like once I go out of state again, it has to be planned out, even if it's just for 2 days and then I go back.
Facts.
Like even if it's just a 1 day, 2 day plan and then I go back to work, come back home. But I got to know that 1 day, 2 day game plan, something going to work out for it no matter what I do. So like that's just how I look at that shit. So it's like until then, you know, I'm still making moves and I'm still trying, you know, I'm still trying to like get it with the
Bro, when
people
you
that's
put
in
the
my
work
city.
in, you could be satisfied with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if it doesn't work out, then it don't work out. It wasn't meant to. But as long as you put the work in, you can be satisfied with yourself. That's what I tell anybody.
For me, as long as I can do some, if I can do something from start to finish, because like you know, everybody, producers and artists, we all had that starting something and not finishing it.
Yeah.
My
Right.
my satisfaction for something is if I could start it and finish it, no matter how long it takes, I'm satisfied with that because it's like, okay, I finished it. I don't care what happens after this.
Yeah, right.
If it buzz, it does. If it don't, fuck it. I don't care. At least I finished it. So,
Right.
but it was definitely great having you for this episode, bro. And you know, I'm definitely going to make sure that I send you a pack before the night's over. And you know, I'm definitely going to make sure that you know we had this episode out ASAP by next week and shit. So it's like, cause like I feel like artists need this. They need this episode a lot because it's like the last 5 episodes was like kind of more for producers, but now I really got an episode where it's like, okay, now I can give artists something that they can really take the heat, and it's like, oh shit, I was sleeping on that. I could have been doing this, could have been doing that. Like you really gave like what Gilly and Wallow would call $1 million worth of game. You feel me?
Shout out to Gilly and Wallow, man. Shout out to Gilly and Wallow, man.
Definitely. Like, I feel like you gave that. You definitely gave that shit. But you know, if anybody want to follow my guy, make sure y'all go on Instagram, Twitter. Make sure y'all follow him at Broadway Louie. You know, make sure you check out On God.
Facts. Make sure you go order On God, ONGAWD. Go get that bitch everywhere and enter yourself to win $200 on October 1st.
I'm telling y'all that first track. I'm telling y'all, when they say first, when they say first impressions count. Boss moves, you just showed up with the suit and the tux, like,
you know what I mean?
Feel me?
I'm here for a body.
You probably walked out with a body at the end of that shit. You feel me?
Facts.
So it's
man, I appreciate you having me on, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, all the energy. I can't wait to connect on some other shit, especially on these beats. I'll probably start writing tonight while you playing.
Yeah, look. Wow, I got that Bluff one sitting on the desktop now, so I'm gonna send that one first. I'm gonna find everything else later on. So
it's lit.
But y'all already know.
Man, appreciate it.
Y'all already know it's your boy 215 Got Beats, aka Streets, aka You Know This. Broadway Louie, Duval.
We out.
215 Philly, we in the building. Let me rap with you. Peace out.